was in Benue. I saw that immorality was becoming the order of the day. Young ladies literally fornicated and did harlotry to buy hair. On campus, you will see them on Friday go out in droves. Cars come to pick them. When we started interceding, I laid on the floor in my room. Those periods were the days when I fasted 21 days in a month, rest for 9 days, fast 21 days. A beam walked out of my wall. Naked woman, head was a man, carried an apron on the neck. I wanted to move, I was paralyzed. He sat on my chest. Nothing, I just remember they that call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. I said, Jesus save me. It dematerialized. But for 2 weeks, I was drowning in lust. In those 2 weeks, if I wasn't helped, I would have fallen into fornication. And somebody would look and say, look, we said they are fake people. All these people shouting up and down. He won't know that it's warfare that brought me down. It's called spiritual suffering. Peter said in 1 Peter 4:1, he said, they that have suffered in the flesh, they have ceased from sinning. The same way Christ suffered. You endure temptation. You endure hardship as a good soldier of Christ. It's part of your witness. If you are beaten today, can you sustain your testimony? If you lose your job, can you sustain your testimony? If you were to move from the place of your comfort for the sake of Jesus, can you sustain your testimony? If you came under attack because of Jesus, they gang up against you, demote you, can you sustain your testimony? Now, if these things are not happening to you, how can you say you are genuine? This is why even our songs today are powerless, because they don't come from witness. Every day we are singing jongo, jongo, jongo up and down because we don't know witness. The elders sang from their journeys in the spirit. The places they stood for Jesus. So when a man travels with his companion and is stoned to death, when he comes back, if he's singing, a song will carry a weight. They don't sing songs because they are excited. They sing songs because they journeyed with God. The bright and morning star is the fairest of 10,000 to my soul. That guy has dodged. Nothing on earth can. In sorrows, he's my comfort. In trouble, he's my stay. He tells me everything. He's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. Is the fairest of 10,000 to my soul. We need to raise men that are willing to lose their job to maintain their testimony. If I have to, men that will endure demotion to sustain their testimony. Otherwise, we have lost our generation. We need to raise men that can endure accusation, affliction, suffering, and stand their ground. Daniels that can confess lordship even in the lion's den. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that can clap in the fire. We don't only clap in miracle services. Even in the flames, we need men who can glorify Jesus. Not those who are full of lamentations and complaints. The moment comfort is taken away. Those who are mastered to abound and to abase. He's the fairest of 10,000 to my soul. This is who the apostles were. In Acts 5:41, they were glorifying God that they were worthy. This is the like of Stephen. In Acts 7:55 to 60, stoned, yet he looked up. Oh, how can you look up when you are being stoned? Every time you lift up your eyes, a stone can hit you. But he looked at glory. He said, I see the Son of Man standing by the right hand of the Father. Their Christianity stood the test of time. It overcame trials. This is the testimony of the prophets of old. They were not just seers. He said, time will fail me to speak of Barak, of Gideon, of Jephthah, of David, of Samuel, and the prophets who through faith subdued kingdoms, obtained promises, shut the mouth of lions, quenched the violence of fire. Weak men made valiant in battle, put to flight the armies of the alien. And he says some of them were sawn asunder. He said yet they stood their ground because they were looking forward to a more glorious resurrection. We can't suffer for Jesus. That's why our Christianity is largely fake. The early believers, they didn't migrate for supplies. They migrated by persecution. Today, even when you post somebody to England, hey, finally, God has answered my prayer. You know why he says, now he's dealing with pounds. He becomes creative. How do I bring all my family here? Hey, let's enjoy. Before you know what is happening, on Sunday morning, he will sell orokpo in London. Because that's when Nigerians buy foodstuff. Orokpo. He went. A fiery preacher in Nigeria became a businessman. Now, I'm not saying missionaries do business, but that's not what you went. When you say you want to now post the pastor from London, that's when you will know that he will say, God told me 2 weeks ago that my assignment here is over. He will create a new vision. Leave London to where? Where are you saying? Say, you are coming back to Zimbabwe. Say, no. 2 weeks, no wonder. Now I understand that vision. I didn't know the meaning. I was in light and now entered darkness. So this is what, oh my God. He will write you a resignation letter. And you can't pull him out because now he has resident permit. So what you did was you helped him migrate from Africa to England. That's why we are crying. God knows tomorrow. He knows that what you are looking for is immigration. It's not kingdom. Because it's called Alpha Omega. He's in yesterday, he's in tomorrow, before he's in today.